We take our inspiration really from the environment. Most of our work is with listed buildings, conservation and farmsteading conversions. So these old buildings that we convert have been here for almost 200 years. The slate finish on the buildings has been here for, again, 200 years. But when we renovate them, we can reuse the stone, but unfortunately the slate can't be reused. The relationship with CUPA PIZARRAS came about 15 years ago. We were working on a renovation, and one of the CUPA chaps came to the site and asked us what slating material we were using. We were using another type of slate, but as soon as he looked at and pointed out to me the amount of waste and breakages at the bottom of the scaffold, I was really surprised. And that was when we changed our specification to CUPA PIZARRAS. CUPA has offered us great support over the years. When they have a new product which emerges, then we are told about it. For example, because we deal in conservation, sometimes in listed buildings, we are forced to have diminishing courses on our slates, which means that at the very top of the ridge there are small slates, and these increase as you go down to the gutter level. Previously, this had to be done by hand. It meant a lot of cutting and a lot of wastage, but now CUPA have produced a diminishing courses system, and the courses come in different sizes, and that comes straight from the factory. Absolutely great idea.
The CUPA Heavy 3 is specified by architects in Scotland because of the traditional Scottish slate was the Ballyhillish. See, the quarry closed in 1966, and the CUPA Heavy 3 is very similar to the traditional Scottish slating. Basically, we start off doing the fixing detail for the architect, and then we'll do the site visit to make sure it's our product on site, and when the project's finished, we'll issue the architect with it's a 100-year guarantee for the slate.
They've been very helpful from a specification point of view to delivery. Allan, our local rep, is never more than a phone call away, and that's useful. I think it's one of these things. By the time a roof's going on a job, you're usually quite far in. The response times are important. The ability to pick up a phone and speak to someone is imperative at these points. So they've proven all the time that when it comes to delivery on those aspects, it's usually the CUPA Heavy 3 that we specify. It basically looks like a slate that's sort of has been historically used in the area, so the colour match, the size, etc. I also quite like it. It's quite a clean looking slate as well. So I mean, roofs behind us, you can see that a really clean and constant texture across. The tones and colours set off really well against the stonework of our buildings.
We recommend, whenever we speak to other contractors, as architects, we recommend CUPA slates. To be honest, it's a no-brainer.